Hey, good evening. It's really amazing to have you guys here. My name is Daniel. I was a professional opera singer and beatboxer, and tonight we're going to be reacting to Yanaha's Get Up. I really enjoy this group as a whole. I enjoy the beatboxers on an individual level as well. I've already reacted to a few of each of their things aside from Andre's, and honestly, I'm just really excited to jump into this. I've only heard one song by Yanaha. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it being really dope. So I have nothing but great expectations for these guys, and I'm just really excited to jump into it, and I hope you guys are too. So without further ado, let's do it.
You wish to scare them all about me, to every soul just disappear. We break so we can always try. Everything has so much life.
Nice.
Get up! I'm brought into the sky. Look up! The day become the night. Straight up! And all around me so much sleeps, but I know there is no more dreams.
Yeah. So soulful, dude. Nice.
You break it down, I want you. Fear destroyed you, can't you see? They feel it's like a torture.
You see, can we try? And now for this, you hear the planet cry.
Oh, dude.
They wish we do what they plan so, but we not marionettes no more.
Get up
I'm put into the sky.
to the sky, look up,
The day become the night.
straight up.
And all around me so much leaves, but I know there is no more trees.
Oh, that. Oh.
Hey! You break it down, I warned you, man. Feel destroyed you, can't you see? Oh! They fear it's like I told you now, so they haunt you.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. What? What was that experience? You have these incredible vocals from Andre and Vitang, and you have these beautiful atmospheric builds from Terrace and Improver, and you just get Improver's style of that unique throat bass he does, but it's just unrelenting. It's just constantly assailing against your ears. There's just no routing. It's just a consistent assail. Oh my gosh. That was incredible. I can't wait I want to just keep enjoying the piece as a whole and just keep listening to it over and over without having to scrutinize it. But at the same time, I just have this huge urge to scrutinize it and to analyze it. So let's just do that.
You wish this can.
Right off the bat, just this nice. There's a nice lead and slide. It's a very good stylistic choice to set a tone, because when you're sliding into something, it gives it more of a not a laid back feel, but a more soulful kind of aesthetic. So just second one, you just get that, you immediately know what you're in for. And then with Vitang's voice also coming in on not necessarily a slide, but more of a vocal fry into a real vocalized sound, it just flows immediately, right off the bat, right in the first couple of seconds. And oh, it's so good.
You wish
Yeah.
to tell them all about me, to every soldier's disappear.
Like, you could just feel the soul in Vitang's voice, and it's so quiet. It's like, it feels like it's a good in-between between mezzo piano and piano, which is medium softness to just general softness. But there's still, his voice is still being vocalized very well. There's still a ton of support under him too. And also, looking at the way Vitang is standing in particular, he has one foot out with another behind him, and when I was starting to learn classical voice, my music teacher, who was also an incredible and well-accomplished vocalist, she would tell me that the mental image to have in my mind is that I'm a tripod, with my third leg coming out of my tailbone, in the idea that I am as supported as a tripod with 3 legs, in the idea that one foot is slightly in front of the other, both legs are slightly bent, so you just really feel that support from under you. And even though Vitang's foot is way far in front, he still has, you could still see a slight bend in his legs to show that he really is well supported under him, and I appreciate that a lot. Same thing with all of them, actually. So, good on them.
We break so we can always try. Everything has so much life.
It's just so gentle and soft, but his voice is still so soulful. I love it, dude.
Everything has so much life.
So much texture. I love it.
Up. I'm brought into the sky.
Nice.
Look up.
Yeah, it really has that spiritual genre vibe, and I really, really dig it. When I was in university, I had a choral conductor who specialized in spiritual and gospel music. And even though we did plenty of modern choral pieces and plenty of music throughout the entire age of music history, every single concert we would have at least 1 or 2 spiritual or gospel pieces. Some of them he composed or arranged himself, and they were really just incredible. Like I mentioned in prior videos, he really was a musical genius. And whenever we went to competitions, I don't want to say that we were the best just from a bias standpoint, but we were definitely in the top grouping of choirs that were competing there. And it wasn't because the people of the choir made it perfect, but it was because he molded us to be that excellent. And it was so incredible. And I really developed a strong connection to spiritual and gospel music. So with that being said, this just really gives that hard, soulful, spiritual type music. And spiritual type music generally refers to people working out in the fields, just singing to keep their morale up. And oh my gosh, dude, it just has that just immense weight behind their bass and behind the slowness and these echoes. And oh dude, I really just dig this type of music.
I'm brought into the sky. Look up.
Yeah.
They become
And the chords so slow.
Straight up. And all around me so
And they're playing so much with dynamic too, it's incredible.
sleeps. But I know there is no more.
Nice. Just yeah, dude, love it. And the snare isn't anything too complex, just a nice rim shot. And it just has a nice reverb on it. It echoes a little bit, which is really audibly pleasing. Adds a lot to the overall texture of the piece, which is just very weighted, very soulful. Feels like you're squelching through the mud. You're just really murred, and you're just taking one step at a time, sledging through it. But it's just so audibly pleasing, dude. It's so great. dude, just yeah, just really filling that space with your hums. Honestly, this is something I love about vocalises in general, which are musical scores just sung on a single vowel. It's the idea that that words don't need to be spoken. That music does transcend language. And when you're just feeling this music, these vibes, these chords, and just molding them with all of these textures and vocal styles, it's so great. On top of this just consistent foundational beat of and it just all works so well together compositionally. It just works so well together. I love it. Oh, what great textures there. Yep. Where it just grows and shrinks on each single one. Yep. Yeah, it's just like, listen to how great this is. And right into a bass.
You break it down.
Yeah, and I love that too, where each one grows, but it doesn't grow into a loud sound. It still stays within the realm of softness. And then all of a sudden you have this antique record player have that static sound of, and you just add a little bit of spit into your cheeks to really create that static sound. And oh, dude, it's so cool. Such a good effect. Oh, yeah.
You break it down.
You can even do that for the electric guitar, and it's just so good, man. So good texturally.
Fear destroyed you, can't you see? They feel it's like a torture.
Oh, it's so soulful, dude. Oh my gosh, what a slide. Yeah. Oh, these arpeggios, they're so clean, and they're right in the center of the pitch. And if you're going to make this kind of musical choice with the group, everybody needs to carry their own weight, and they all are. And it's so good. And what I mean by that is just everybody is right in the center of the pitch, all together with impeccable timing. It's just so good. This could not be accomplished without practice. So good. Oh, and some of them are inward too. You hear this kind of technique with Big Man and Wing, but to have these kinds of inward pitches where you're breathing in and still creating the note, the kind of thing, but it's so hard to do things like that and to make it so smooth and fit within the context of the piece. Oh, really incredible work, guys.
And now for this you hear the planet cry. They wish we do what they planned so.
Oh my gosh, just his voice is so good for this. He's playing with his head voice and his chest voice. It's just so good, dude. There's just this nice raspiness, but a strong weight in it. And dude, it's just so good.
They wish we do what they planned so.
Oh, his belt is so good. Nice play with dynamic.
I'm putting to the sky. Look up. But they become the
Yeah, their body language. Something so important to performance is your body language, because if you see someone on stage, even if they're singing and doing the music well, if they look awkward, you're going to feel awkward as an audience member. And if you're paying money to see a performer live, the last thing you want to feel is discomfort. You're there live in order to watch someone amazing be amazing, and you have to hold them to that standard. Just saying that, oh, at least their music was great, that kills the whole reason why you're there to begin with. If you are a performer, it is your duty and responsibility to not just perform well, but to entertain well, to show the audience that you are worthy of not just their patronage, but of their attention. And to make them feel comfortable and good, you want them leaving knowing that they had an incredible experience watching you. And when you just radiate incandescently this powerful and palpable aura of confidence and open body language, exposing yourself in a way that fits within the confines of what you're trying to build in terms of the piece itself and the performance itself, then you're doing an amazing job as a musician or just a performer in general. So great job, guys.
But they become the night. Sweeter. And all around me so much leaves, but I know there is no more trees.
Oh my god! I've never heard Improver's technique go so high before. It's incredible. Oh my god.
You break it down, I want.
It's so hard to scream, but do it on a pitch that fits within the context of the song and make it so raspy, but so controlled and not lose your voice within it. It's so easy to scream and just blow out your voice because of that one scream. But man, he just drives into it. He just hits it and it grooves right into the piece, right into his beautiful vocals right after that. And these textures just moving from this raspiness to the sultriness. Oh, it's so great, man.
Hey, you break it down, I warned you, man. Feel destroyed you.
Yeah, and he also does that American R, that warm, really biting down on that, but it's to create the whole, it's all for atmosphere. Typically in classical music, whenever you have an R, you always flip it because R's are very guttural, very hard, very chewy. And it can also pervert the sound. In order to utilize that really bitten R, make it fit within the confines of this immensely weighted piece. It's just, it's such a fascinating and just really powerful choice. I really respect it.
You break it down, I warned you. Feel destroyed you. Can't you see?
Oh, that vocal control, incredible.
Whoa!
Yeah!
They fear is like I told you now, so they haunt you.
And I love this too, just in the fact that he's just going all in. Andre is just really pouring his soul into this vocal line, and everybody else is just creating this light feeling with their arpeggios, with their broken chords from different voices. But on top of that, you also have this really dirty bass happening underneath it all, which complements the voice well, but you have this kind of this dichotomy of control between these really light arpeggios just do versus this heavy bass and just really soulful vocal performance. It's just so incredible. And then all of a sudden you have Taras doing his breathy style, which also adds to the lightness in the arpeggios, and it's just so good. It's so consistent and great. I love this dude.
It's like I told you now, so they haunt you.
Yeah, and then just having that breath come right back and complete the cadence back into this more mellowed groove. Still soulful, still weighted, but still really great.
So they haunt you.
Oh, such a good technique. Nice pause. Oh, what great harmonies! You can only make those harmonies if you are making the exact sound in the exact style. And it's like when you're vocalizing together with somebody else and harmonizing together, you have to have the same vowel of, if you were to do an open O, for example, O, and another person were to sing oh on 2 different pitches, then you would have a harmony or a dissonance depending on the pitches you're choosing. And to do that in beatboxing, where the technique and the style of the sound, because it's not just simple vocalizing, it's the way you're making the sound. And oh, it's so good. And their harmonies are just impeccable. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I need so much more of that. I'm gonna be listening to that forever. That was so good, dude. How do I even describe my love for this? They all just really carried their own weight. Each had their individual moments to shine. That was just incredible. I love that piece. I'm gonna be listening to that for a while. Great job, Yanaha. Really amazing stuff. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, please leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. I do read all of the comments, even if I might not heart or reply to them. So know that your comments do not go unnoticed, and I do take them into consideration as I make future videos. I deeply appreciate all of you being here, and I can't wait to see all of you in the next video. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone.